Good afternoon. This is Dr. Madhusudan Reddy, PBR WITS. This video session for 4th BTech first sem students. Subject is power quality. The topics unit 4. The topics to be covered in this session is types of instruments, assessment of power quality measurement data, power quality monitoring standards. So first we'll see the types of instruments. So generally, instruments have been developed that measure a wide variety of disturbances. A number of different instruments may be used depending on the performance being investigated. So generally there are basic categories of instruments. We will follow what are those basic categories. So number one is wiring, grounding, test devices. So first we'll see that wiring and grounding. Generally, we should follow the users, the end users, only applicable for end users, as well as in case of substations or whoever. So many power quality problems reported by end users only. So it is caused by problems with wiring and grounding within the facility. These procedures can be identified by visual inspection of wiring or grounding. So what to do? First, detect of isolated ground, shorts and neutral ground wires. So separately, you have to identify neutral grounds as well as isolated ground. Number two, ground impedance and neutral impedances measurement of identification, indication. So first, next you want to measure what is the ground impedance and what is the neutral impedance, whether within the limit or not, you want to see. Next, detection of open grounds, open neutrals or open hot wires. If any, it may be due to these open grounds or open neutrals or open hot wires also. Next, detection of hot neutral reversals or neutral ground reversals. So if any reverse connection is there, you identify. So these three-phase wiring tests should also test for phase rotation. In case single phase, these are the problems. If it is a three-phase, you want to identify phase rotation also, phase-to-phase voltage, and test devices can be quite simple and provide an excellent initial test for circuit integrity. So many problems can be detected. That is about these wiring and grounding test devices. Next, multimeters. So what are these multimeters? Multimeter can measure all the magnitudes of electrical parameters, voltage, current, power, not power, sorry, voltage, current, resistance, these things. So what are these using multimeters? What can you measure? Phase to ground voltage, or phase to neutral voltage, or neutral to ground voltage, or phase to phase voltage, or phase system in case of this, or phase currents or neutral currents. So the most important factor to consider when selecting and using a multimeter is the method of calculation used in the meter. All the commonly used meters are calibrated to give an RMS indication for the measured signal. That is very important. You keep it RMS value. So also you can see that peak method, also you can averaging method, also through RMS. So these are the different feasibilities are available in case of these multimeters. Next we'll come back. Digital meters. So you'll see that oscilloscopes. What are these oscilloscopes? An oscilloscope is usually available or when performing real-time tests. Looking at the voltage and current waveforms can provide much information about what is happening even without performing detailed harmonic analysis on the waveform. So one can we get magnitude of voltages and currents, look for upwise distortion and detect any major variations on the signals. So you know that people now know about these oscilloscopes. So with the help of this oscilloscope, you can see the waveforms. So that waveforms, voltage magnitude waveform, or voltage distorted waveform, or current magnitude, or frequency sometime. By setting the time period, you can analyze, you can see that frequency. So these things, so the latest development in oscilloscope are handheld instruments with the capability of display waveforms. So nowadays, we can available these handheld as well as performing some signal processing also. These are quite useful for power quality investigations because these are very portable, can be operated like a volt ohm meter and much more information. These are ideal for initial plant surveys. Next, we'll come back to this. Another type of meter is very important meter is a disturbance analyzer. So generally, what are the disturbances in case of our power quality? The disturbances may be transients due to the disturbance may be the harmonics, or so these disturbance analyzer monitors from a category of instrument that have been developed specifically for power quality. So variety of system. So what are those? There are two types of disturbance analyzers are there. Commercial analyzer and graphic based analyzer. Commercial analyzer measures over voltage, under voltage, and sag, such with respect to the duration. So these things can be analyzed with the help of a conventional analyzers. Whereas graphical method that save and print the actual waveform along with the description information which would be generated by one of the conventional analyzers. So that is a very advanced technology used in graphics based analyzers. So these are the two types of disturbance analyzers are there. And next is spectrum and harmonic analyzers and spectrum analyzer. So this harmonic and spectrum analyzer is also called as a disturbance analyzer, but disturbance analyzer limited for harmonic analysis capabilities. Some of the more powerful analyzers have add-on modules that can use it for computing Fourier transform. FFT is also Fourier transform. FFT calculations also determined using this harmonic analyzer and spectrum analyzer. But disturbance analyzers are somewhat limited. Harmonic analyzers are advanced technology used. There is nothing Fourier transform calculations also useful in case of this spectrum analyzer are also called as the harmonic analyzer. But what are the capability? Capability to measure both voltage and current simultaneously so that harmonic power flow information can be obtained using this harmonic analyzer. Second important advantage is capability to measure both the magnitude and phase angle of individual harmonic components. Also need for power flow calculations also. The third advantage is synchronization and sampling rate fast enough to obtain accurate measurements of harmonic components up to at least a high, the 37th harmonic up to you can measure this using this harmonic analyzer. The last important advantage is capability to characterize the statistical nature of harmonic distortion level, harmonic level change with changing load conditions and changing system conditions. So these are very important. So simple meters and also general purpose spectrum analyzers and also special purpose power system harmonic analyzers. These are the three types of analyzers are available. Simple meter analyzers and general purpose spectrum analyzers and special purpose general. So simple analyzers such as these simple analyzers are applicable for each instrument has only one advantage, that is nothing but these necessary calculations to determine individual harmonics up to the 50th harmonic only. Whereas the general purpose analyzers are useful for specifically sampling power frequency waveforms are also used in case of this. And special purpose harmonics are used generally can be left the field and include communications capability for remote monitoring also. So this is a special purpose spectrum. Next, combination disturbance and harmonic analyzers. So in this, example of such instruments, this instrument is designed for both utility and end user applications. So being mounted on a suitable enclosure for installation outdoors on utility poles, it monitors three-phase voltages and currents simultaneously, which is very important for diagnosing power quality problems. So the instrument captures the raw data and serves the data in internal storage for remote downloading also. So this is very important meter, combination disturbance and harmonic analysis, which measures the data and which stores the data and which uses for offline also. When you go for it, you want to see the data sometime after 1 month, you want to see how much of voltage variations are there, what are the transients and which location the transients are obtained. These things can be analyzed with the help of this combination of disturbance and harmonic analysis. Then we'll come back this flicker meter. So over the years, many different methods for measuring flicker have been developed. These methods range from using very simple RMS meters with flicker curves to elaborate flicker meters that use exactly tuned filters analysis to evaluate the level of voltage in flicker. This section discusses various method analyzes measuring flickers. What are those? BMI, electrolytic, and uncalibrated data, and these are the useful for flickers. So flicker standards are IEEE standards 519 1992 as for this. So flicker measurement equipment, RMS strip charts are also can be measured, and fast Fourier transformers and the flicker meters are generally, these meters can be divided up into these sections. So the most established method for doing this described in IEC standard, International Electrotechnical Commission standard 6100415, the IEC flicker meter consists of 5 blocks which are shown generally using that 5 blocks, this flicker can be analyzed with the help of this. Then energy monitors. Here, smart power energy monitors, already I told you, these energy monitors are KWH unit measurement device. Next, assessment of power quality measurement. There are two streams. You want to assessment this. What are those two streams? Offline and online. You want to see that offline. Offline, we need very good measurement devices. Those are a combination of harmonic and disturbance analyzer meter. If you have such a type of meter, you can store the data, and whenever you need that data, you can share the data to any users or any customers. So this offline power quality data analysis as the performed offline at the central processing location. So you want to place this combined disturbance harmonic analyzer meter at a central process, and you always measure the data and store the data, and you can use such a type of system is called as a offline analysis. So assessment of the quality measurement. Second is online. In online, no need to such a type of meters are needed. Just always through a computer, but the design is differed when we compare with offline and online. Online only at the time of online, we can see the data. After some days, you cannot able to visualize the data. Otherwise, if you store the data. So online data analysis is performed within the instrument itself, immediate information dissemination only. Next, power quality monitoring standards. So see here, IEEE 1159 is the IEEE working group that coordinates the development of power quality monitoring standards. And the existing IEEE 1159 provides general guidelines and definitions for monitoring power quality, and there are 3 separate task forces that are working on more specific guidelines and requirements. So that is about these things. What are those? IEEE 1159 Guide for Power Quality Monitoring, IEC International Electrotechnical Commission 6100430. Testing and measurement techniques, power quality measurement. So those are the different types of power quality monitoring standards. Thank you. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe. All the best. God bless you.